What's up, guys? So we just got to the gym. I'm going to start off with some leg curls and leg extensions for the leg day, just to kind of warm up my hamstrings and my quads. I'll get a little montage of this, and you can see me do it. I might have to do leg curls with single leg and switch between each because the machine maxes out at 170 and I max it out. But either way, here we go. Let me know how the new microphones sound here. Turns out I had them plugged into the wrong hole, so it wasn't working. It was just running off the camera sound. That might be why you couldn't really hear me that well. It was still very echoey. Otherwise, here we go. Alrighty, here we go. We got this for 4 sets, 10 to 12 rep range, 8 to 10 rep range, 6 to 8 rep range, and 6 to 8 rep range. So pushing pretty heavy and intense on the last 2 sets.
Okay, so I started voicing over here because my microphone, I don't really like it after re-listening to it. I think it sounds pretty crappy. So for the first set of the 10 to 12 rep range, I loaded on 150 to do these. Really thinking about contracting in the upper quads and keeping your butt down in the seat. You can use the handles there, as you can see that I'm holding on to hold yourself down in the seat. You can see it by my face. This was a pretty intense set. Okay, so going into the second set here, still pushing pretty intense in the 8 to 10 rep range. I loaded on 160, the machine maxes out at 170, so then I did 170 for the next 2 sets in the 6 to 8 rep range. Still, again, thinking about contracting those quads and holding yourself down in the seat. Sometimes on the last rep, I like to hold on top. Okay, going into the third set here, I loaded on 170 onto the bar. I only ended up getting 1 set of the 6 to 8 rep range just to make it a little bit easier. Still pushing super intensely. So I like to leave that bar there up. Well, it's supposed to be up anyways. I used to, when I started, I always put it down. Then I realized it was limiting my range of motion when I was doing these leg extensions, so then I started leaving it up. All it took was for me to have to look up there at the little piece of paper that you guys can see. Okay, so here I went into my first set of leg curls. I did this for 4 sets, the first 2 sets being in the 10 to 12 rep range, and then the second 2 sets being in the 8 to 10 rep range. For the first 2 sets, I did 90 on each leg. I had to do this because with the machine maxing out at 170, I would rep it out for way over 12 reps. Really contracting in the hamstring and pulling down. You want to make sure you're getting it all the way down and then controlling the eccentric part of the movement. Definitely. Okay, so now onto the left leg. Always put the bar on top down and make sure it's just on the bottom of your quad when you're doing that. Otherwise, it'll make your quad muscle feel weird when it moves through the leg curl. My leg doesn't get quite as far down on this with the doing single leg because my right leg is in the way and I have nowhere else to put it. But that was the first set of the 10 to 12 rep range. Okay, so I believe this was the third set of leg curls. I moved on to the 8 to 10 rep range. I think I put 100 or 110 on to do these. I made it to about 9 on each set on each leg. Still really controlling that eccentric. As you can see, that 9th rep there was pretty intense and hard. Okay, so this was moving into my first set of calf raises. Since I'm back in the gym in this video, I did 5 sets in the 20 to 22 rep range on calf raises on the Smith machine. You'll see here in the next clip the pad I put on the floor so it elevates my feet off the ground. I put on 245s, 10 and a 2.5 on each side. So if you're counting the barbell on the Smith machine as 45 pounds like a normal barbell, in total I had 250 maybe, but that was way too light for me. So I took that off and put a 25 on with the 45s. This was definitely a lot harder, but it felt way better in my calves. It felt like a lot of people they were like staring at me like I was doing a lot on calves, so I don't know if I was doing them wrong or not. I don't think there's really that much of a way to screw them up. This was definitely really intense because I had never done this before on calf raises. But the calves are such a stubborn muscle. That's why I train them in such the high rep range, because you use them every day and they're made of slow twitch muscle fibers, unlike the fast twitch muscle fibers that you use on the rest of your body that are that respond better in that hypertrophy 8 to 12 rep range. Your calves, because they're so used so much and so stubborn, you have to train upwards of that 15 to 30 rep range. That's where you're going to see maximum growth, unless you're doing 2 or 3 calf workouts per leg day. Okay, so this was as I was moving in the squats. I got the squats all set up, and then before or doing it as a warm up, I like to do this to kind of open up my hip flexors and the rest of my legs. Still probably could have used some other stretches like I did in my leg day on Saturday that went up on Sunday, but in all, this helped a lot. After this, I did a few warm ups. I think I had 185 on the bar, and then I also held at the bottom for a few seconds, that for 1 rep or 2 reps. Usually I like to do that sometimes for 3 or 4 reps, especially if somebody's there with me. It helps significantly, just because it helps you stay in that form and really figure out how low you need to get, and it pretty much kind of sets you up so you know where you're at in that workout. Okay, so here was where the actual first set of squats started. I did 4 sets of squats today in the 12 to 15 rep range. I think I only made it to 12 each time because they felt really, really hard today. I put 205, I believe I had on the bar, 45 and 25. Usually this is about what I do for 12. This or that and a 5 on each side. So here for my first 2 sets, I put 5-pound round weights under my heels just to kind of elevate my heels a little bit, help me get a little bit lower. I thought you guys could see my depth in this video. Turns out you can't. That's okay, because in the next clip it turns from like a side view so you guys can see. Okay, so this is my 3rd or 4th set. I got the side view. As you can see, I got pretty low, about 90 degrees on most of my squats. For powerlifting, your hip does have to be below your knee. So I still got to work on getting a bit lower. I'd been able to get lower if I stretched a little bit more before this workout, and it's also less because we kind of warmed up with calf raises, leg curls, and leg extensions. But otherwise, I was pretty happy with the depth I got throughout the workout with 205 pounds on the barbell. Okay, so here we moved into some RDLs. I did this for 2 sets in the 10 to 12 rep range, one third set in the 8 to 10 rep range, and then a 4th set in the 6 to 8 rep range, pushing really heavy. By this time my legs were ready to crumble apart. So I did this. This was pretty hard. And then I upped the weight from 190 for my first 2 sets to 195 for my 3rd set, and then 200 pounds for my 4th set. After this set, I ended up grabbing my wrist wraps just because the grip on the bar for the weight, I just didn't have it to be able to do it for that amount of reps after what I had already done today. So those, you can see my wrist wraps there. I'll put them down in the description below. I think they were like $9 or $10 off Amazon. I don't use them unless I do like higher volume, or I've done a lot already throughout the day. I never really use them on deadlifts. I only use them if I'm doing rows or RDLs like this. Sometimes shrugs if I do shrugs on the Smith machine. Anything like that, that's what they're best for. Okay, so here in this set, I put on my belt just because they had gotten so heavy and I didn't want my back rounding. And it was still rounding a little bit. Remember to keep that back straight. If you keep your head up, that'll help with it throughout the whole lift. Keep that back straight and just kind of push them hips back. You can see my hamstrings engaging to control that weight as I'm going down and up the whole time.
Alrighty, what's up guys? So I'm outside here. I just got done with my workout, all finished up for today. Just trying to get so you guys can see the pump. Sorry, it was loud in there. My microphone died, so my legs are like shaking. Alrighty guys, so that's gonna end the video for today. Sorry I didn't get my protein shake caught on camera because when I got home, we kind of had to get that right done, and then we had to leave and change in shirt also because I was really sweaty after doing squats. Sorry. It was a little bit of a shorter leg day, just because I wanted to ease myself kind of back into them because again of the delayed onset muscle soreness that I went over in the video that went up today on Tuesday. Otherwise, I'm sorry about the short video. Don't forget, you can check out the workout. I'll put it down in the description below. You can find my TikTok and Instagram, also down in the description at Bryson_Becker1, or you can search it up, whatever you want to do. Let me know, give me some video ideas, and I'll try to make them happen. Tomorrow's going to be a hell of a lot better video. Chest and tricep shoulders day. We're going to hit it pretty hard. I'm going to see, maybe I get Carter to work out with me or something tomorrow. Add some excitement in. Partway through the video, my microphone died, so I'm going to have to voice over that part. But otherwise, I'll add you see some of the tips and things that I say. Otherwise, thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.